He came home from Freeride one day when he was 11 years old and said, "Mom, I had this amazing experience." He had hit a booter and went and did a backflip over top a creek. And as he was doing the backflip, he looked down at the creek and he could see the water moving over the rocks and how it glistened on the rocks. And I thought, my God, how is it that anybody can slow down time enough to really be completely zen, be completely in the moment? And that's when I kind of knew that Sam had this ability to slow down time. And I think that's part of what's made him such a good skier, is that he can see his landing, subdue the fear, find a sniper landing somewhere.
Both my parents came from the prairies. They weren't even mountain people until we moved to Nelson when I was 1 year old. Lucky for me, they started bringing me up when I was 2 years old.
I don't remember when skiing became a passion for him, but suddenly all of his schoolwork had skiing in it. So he would be, all of his essays, all of his poems, all of his artwork had little skiers in it.
Yeah, I've always had definitely an active imagination in that sense. I used to build these tiny little skis and really detailed little skis that I would make, and I used to sell them in middle school. And that was maybe where I first got my inspiration. I'd just be finger skiing down every little slope.
From the age of grade 5, I think grade 4 or 5 is when he started talking about wanting to be a pro skier. So, 3-hour-long tramp sessions and building jumps in the backyard and just basic non-stop skiing.
Ralphie, you've obviously known Sam for a long time. What, in your eyes, was kind of his, first break?
That day was pretty special. I was really pumped that the way things were working out on that trip that we could bring Sam. To be honest though, I had been shooting with him quite a bit, and what he did that day, I just stood there like everyone else. I'm like,
Ready, Sam, we're ready for
you. The level of skiing that day was so cool, such a great energy. It was unbelievable. Seeing skiers like Anna Segal, Stan Ray, Mike Riddle, Alex Bulio, Marchand sit there and be completely in awe of a kid who's just supposed to be a tag-along. I think for all of us, that was such a cool moment to see something like that, and I kind of doubt I'll see that again. I hope I do, but that was pretty amazing. I think that's what Sam brings to every trip with everyone. He just brings a great attitude and a high level of skiing, and it gets everyone going.
I think the base of it comes from visualization. Coaches like Dano teaching us, and that was a huge inspiration on how I learned to ski. But then a lot recently has been skiing with guys like Cole. Him and I have really been vibing off each other these days, and he's got a full different look at skiing. And I'm pulling a lot of inspiration from him these days.
I don't know or understand this mystery. Unlock secrets, lie beyond, far beyond.
I think I ski my very best when I'm skiing with Sam. We see zones very, very similarly, and we see lines pretty similarly, but we see it a little bit different, but I think that helps a bunch, and we just can kind of really push each other.
Absolutely perfect, and into the turn, and a backflip out the bottom. He is absolutely sending.
What the hell, Cole? Doing the right mind 360s into that.
I think having Sam there is really good for me because I can kind of bounce all my ideas off him, and he's one person that I really can trust his process.
Someone has the power. Someone holds the key.
Cole, Jordy, and Riley are like, that's the dream team. We're all super kind, so we're not like fighting over lines. It's the first time I ski with Jordy. I know him for a long time, back when I used to do contests, and then yeah, being able to finally link with him and ski properly was huge inspiration. He's just a great energy guy.
Round every corner.
And then Riley, he's just kind of like the rock of the group, and he's just always there providing stoke. And
The boys are putting on a show. It's pretty impressive.
also, I had the opportunity to ask him some tips, and with his history, he was able to pull me through. My favorite thing on this Monashee trip was surely the jump session. Like we had planned that before even coming here. Like both Cole and I knew we were going to build a big jump, and then once we saw the zone, it was just like, okay, it's on.
Very natural state of skiing. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot of skiers, and yeah, it's this uncanny ability to find a landing down there. He's got this different way of looking at terrain, and even standing at the bottom, you can have a look up there, and he lands it perfectly in a spot that you never even thought possible. It's a really wild talent that he has.
Oftentimes I feel a bit of nerves and a lot of anticipation, but the way I think about, I kind of have like a pretty chill approach to tough situations like skiing or going on a trip or like before a line. And a lot of it is just more focus. Like I tap in, I think about what I want to do and what I want to achieve, and I'm able to focus in on that.
Okay, drop 10. There goes! I think that Sam would like to see people take away from his skiing the ability that if you commit to something 100% and go for it, not just go off the edge and see what happens, but go and drive it into doing what you want to do, whether it's a 3 or a flip or a combination of both. Do it like you mean it, and it's possible. Sam's shown me and a lot of other people that almost anything's possible.
I think that if it wasn't for part of that visualization that he used to do as a small child, that those creative lines that he made with his fingers, I don't know that I don't know that he would have the same creativity. He's definitely drawn from his youth. He's very playful in that way.
So nice to see Sam get the recognition that me and my fellow coaches in the program and everyone around here knew that Sam deserved.
It's actually a little bit surreal to see your child in a magazine or in a movie. Your heart swells and you get tears. We get choked up all the time. It's a special feeling as a parent to have a child who's succeeded in exactly what they want to be doing.